Alright, what's going on, everybody? Today we're gonna be playing The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, which means, let's go, Sonic finally dies, which means we can play as other characters after like a whole decade, not including Sonic Mania, of course, and the spin-offs. I've been waiting for this for the longest. But the only question is, who done it? Well, you can only find out by watching this episode. Let's get started.
Chibuga Bandicoot.
Phew, made it on the train 15 minutes ahead of schedule. So far, so good for my first day on the job. Oh, I totally forgot, my name tag isn't ready yet. I should make one. I'll just sign my name here. Ooh, okay, let me put in my name real quick. There we go, Chibuga. That's my name! Did I spell that right? Yes. Oh, passengers can read my scribble. So I guess we actually have our own character we're playing as, on the looks of it. The dining car. Uh-oh. Am I nervous? Is this the first day on the job jitters? Working on the train's dining car can't be so bad. Come on, Chibuga, shake it off. I just slapped myself. Chibuga, did I just see you hitting yourself? Mr. Conductor, sir, how are you doing this morning? Ho, quite alright myself, though feeling a little bittersweet. Feeling a little bittersweet. Is that because you're a sweetie? Trying to butter me up on the first day, are we? Alas, today's my last day as conductor. I'm retiring after 32 wonderful years. Yo, I'm calling it now. If somebody murdered someone, it's the train conductor, because he's retiring today. That would be my guess. He's like, oh man, I had it with all these young ones, man. I'm gonna make sure I get my last laugh and then dip. Time for me and the Mirage Express to say goodbye to one another. Oh, congratulations on retirement, sir. Thank you. My wife is very excited about it. She's already got our plane tickets to Spagonia locked. Oh, Spagonia is Sonic Unleashed reference. Our show has been on the fritz, so I'm excited to use the hotels. I can see why his wife's excited. Enough of my cribbles. Today's your first day working the dining car. Here's the menu for today. Menu, okay. I can open everything in time to be items I received. All chili dog, instant ramen or something. Okay. Why do you look so nervous? All we have on the train is a microwave. Though I'm sure a little quiz is in order. Which of these do we serve in the dining car? Wait. Can I just bring this up and then... Yeah, chicken condor and... Yeah, this. Ding ding ding. Glad you can read the menu okay. A little about the vessel. This is a state-of-the-art high-speed smart train with all the latest gadgets. This train can really handle anything you throw at it. We've had a lot of adventures together, me and this train. It's not easy to leave. After 32 years, I don't blame her for being wistful. This train is exclusively used for events. It's not a passenger train. I remember that from the interview. What's the event today? A murder mystery party. Nothing better than some thrills to end my tenure as a conductor. Guests will be funneled here to the dining car, as a home base, so to speak. I'll be with you to gather tickets, but after that, you'll be on your own. So I need you to do everything in your power to make sure our paying guests are well taken care of, understood? I'll make you proud, sir. Glad this old man can rest easy. Doors to the Mirage Express are opening. All aboard! Oh look, that's Amy, Knuckles, is that Sonic? Yeah. Hey, look at Amy over here with this fancy dress, and is it her birthday or something because of the birthday candles? Wow, this train is incredible. What fascinating tech. You're right, Tails. I can't get used to staying on a train like this. What did you all expect? You know I always go all out for my birthday party. Oh, so it is her birthday. Okay. This train's as elegant as you are, Amy. Can't promise I won't take anything, though. Calm down there, Rouge. Did I not just catch you stealing from the train station gift shop? It was a pin, knucklehead. Who's gonna miss a teeny tiny pin? What case of characters am I stuck with? Get a hold of yourself, Chibuga. You're sweating through your uniform. Hey, pal, can I get one of those chili dogs? Righty, old friend. Well, aren't you friendly? Why can't I be normal for 1 second? Sonic, wait until I announce everyone's roles to get food. Sorry about that, birthday girl. I'll be coming around to collect everyone's tickets. Please have them out and ready. You'll join me, Chibuga, won't you? Just click on whoever you like to talk with and we'll collect their ticket. Okay, got it. Let's talk to Tails first, because Tails is always broken. Can I get your ticket, young'un? Right here, sir. Thank you. May I offer you any of the snacks we have on board? No, thank you. When I travel, I always pack my own sparkle gelatin. It's a sparkly jelly that can melt any jaded heart. No way. I bought my own sparkle gelatin from me too. It's my first day and I was a little nervous. Don't be nervous. You're doing great so far. We're sparkle gelatin buddies. Absolutely. If you need anything, just let us know. Thank goodness someone on this train is normal. Alright, let's talk with Shadow. Here. Thank you. Everything is in order. He seems concerned about something. Is there anything we can help you with? Do you sell gift bags here? No, sadly, but I have a plastic grocery bag in the back I could get for you. That stare. So cold. Chibuga, you're shivering. Do you need me to fetch your jacket? Huh. No, I'm good. Alright, what is this thing? I should probably click on that later. Who's next? Let's go with Blaze. May I have your ticket, please? Thank you very much. On top of it, I see. A princess such as myself must always be punctual. Princess? Did she just say princess? If you don't mind me asking, are you visiting from somewhere? Separate dimension, actually. A separate what? Just here for Amy's birthday. Then I'll hop back to my own dimension. I quite prefer the birthday cake from this world more than my own, so I admit I'm a bit excited. Ho ho, you don't say. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay, princess. Should I bow? Do I bow before a princess? What are you doing? Please get up. Why can I not win with this group? Alright, let's go with Sonic. Ticket, please. Thank you kindly. Happy to have someone as renowned as yourself aboard. Don't worry about it. I just like helping. When Eggman took over, I truly feared the worst, but my kids swore you would swoop in eventually. And you did! I can't offer much other than my sincere gratitude. Don't sweat a thing. I'm glad you and your family are safe. Wait a second, is he Sonic the Hedgehog? I promise you an excellent stay on our train, Sonic. Have fun now. Yes, have fun now. Will do, thanks. Alright, let's talk with Knuckles. Howdy, could I please get your ticket? I think that's a ticket, but I really don't want to argue with this guy, who has it all crumpled up. Everything looks good, thank you. Seems the conductor doesn't want to argue either. Alright, SVO. Could we please see your ticket? Of course. Excellent, thank you, and I hope you enjoy your stay with us. Absolutely, I appreciate it. There's a calmness about him. Something about his presence puts me at ease. You consider me calming? He's looking right at me. I study ninjutsu. I believe one can communicate through the subconscious. Wow, ninjutsu? That sounds like a lot of difficult training. Can you cling onto walls? Cling onto walls? What kind of question is that? I mean, he can. I most certainly can. The conductor looks a bit too smug at that answer. Hey, Vector. Hello, my friend. Can I get your ticket? Yeah, sure, of course. As a gentleman of unstanding morals, I'd love to show you my ticket. He seems to be avoiding eye contact. Is something amiss, sir? I seem to have, misplaced my ticket. Could you speak up a bit? I couldn't quite hear. I misplaced my ticket. I don't know where it is. He's not hiding his embarrassment very well. Don't you worry, we'll take a look around for you and see if it turns up. Ah, that would be amazing. Thanks a million. Seems as though we should keep our eyes peeled for his ticket. I'm gonna talk to Amy last since it's her birthday. See what she has to say last. Well, hello, you two. What can I do for you? Good morning, ma'am. Can we get your ticket? My, how forward. Let me fetch it for you. How much you want to bet Rouge took it from Vector? I wouldn't be surprised if she did it. Come back if you need anything else, you hear? Wow, she's so polite. Very easy to talk to as well. Ma'am, I saw you sneak that $20 bill out of my pocket. Ha! Gotta have to kindly ask for that back. Silence. Oh, this was yours? Must have slipped out. Here you go. I may not actually be the best at judging character. Okay, what does you have to say, Amy? Could I please get the birthday girl's ticket? Why, certainly. Thank you, miss, and thank you for choosing our fine train for your birthday festivities. Well, the birthday discount certainly helped. Who doesn't love a good bargain? And a murder mystery train just sounds so exciting. It's right up my alley. Who doesn't love a good thrill? You see, I'm a girl who loves a good true crime podcast. Maybe we should leave her to have fun. Before we move along, for you, miss. Oh, how fun! Thank you. Where do I use this? That unlocks any door in a train. Happy birthday. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. It's practically tradition. Very useful. We use this wisely. Thank you. Okay, let's see what's on this. Yummy. Don't mind if I do. Chibuga. Those are for our guests, you know. Train. Be sure Chibuga only gets one of those if they ask. Can the train talk? Did the arm just kinda nod? Actually, train. The conductor wants me to have the whole plate. Good try, young buck. The train and I have worked together a long time. You have to work harder than that to get what you want. Drat, those snacks look really tasty too. Wait, so the train is alive? Huh, that's kinda odd. Yeah, that's weird. Why is there two of these here? Like, you see this, right? It's only supposed to be one, yet there's two. And is that like... some... I don't even know what that is. Welcome aboard the Mirage Express. Happy birthday, Amy. Okay. Put on that. Okay. What's sticking out of the napkin holder? Oh, there's Vector's ticket. Say, wasn't someone looking for their ticket earlier? Let's be sure to return this to its rightful owner. And let's make sure no one uses their ticket as a napkin. Lost tickets added. Okay. Yeah, what is that a picture of? Could that be like Amy's grandmother or something? Or mother? Who knows? Find anything yet? Well, we just might have what you need. Chibuga, why don't you show our friend here what we picked up? Ah, there it is. That's my ticket. Thanks so much to you both. Was really worried you kicked me out and I'd missed a murder mystery. Oh ho, old Chibuga here would have their hands full kicking you out. You're right, I wouldn't leave without a fight. Wait, who made me both microwave expert and security guard? You're both alright in my book. Thanks again for the assist. Of course, just let us know if you need anything else. Okay everyone, time for me to read out everyone's roles for the murder mystery. And that's my cue to leave. I must prepare at the driver's compartment for departure. Ah, the conductor's car. You remember our promise, yeah? You'll do everything in your power to make sure our guests have a safe and enjoyable time on the Mirage Express. Absolutely, you can count on me. Be honest, this group seems plenty capable on their own. And train? Assist Chibuga if they need any help, won't you? Ha 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 ha, that's all I need to hear. You have my trust. Nothing more heartwarming than a conductor and his train. Excellent, I'll be off. I must take my leave. Everyone, please have a phenomenal time. And don't worry about mucking up the place either. This train is state-of-the-art and has systems for dealing with all that. For everything else, please talk to Chibuga here if you need anything. Sounds good. Absolutely. Will do. Goodbye now. I like that guy. Thank you all for following the outfit guide I sent you. You all look amazing. I trust you all read your lore cards as well? Lore cards? That must be the details of their motivations. I suppose it makes sense lore cards aren't read out loud, otherwise people would know the murderer's intentions. Now, on to the nitty-gritty. For the murder mystery game, one of you will be murdered, and the rest are suspects. Everyone has assigned roles for characters they will be playing. Participation is required, for it is my birthday. Of course. Birthday girl makes the rules. Sonic, you are a ship captain, and you'll be stationed in the conductor car. Naturally, that's where the captain would go. Hells, you are the detective. You'll be here in the dining car. Indubitably, what is that? Undoubtedly, I guess? I don't know. Knuckles, you're the sheriff. Around these parts, we'll find you in the saloon. Got it. Rouge, you're a business tycoon. And Blaze, you're a titan of industry. Both in the casino. What's the difference? There is none. Sounds fun. Vector, you're the butcher, and SBO the poet, both found in the library. Hear that, SBO? We got to hang out together. And do what? Read? Maybe we can. Make a tower of books or something? Shadow is the locksmith, hanging out in the lounge. And last but not least, me, the journalist reporter. I'll be moseying around with everyone. Did you get all that? Yeah. I was listening in. Hope that's okay. More than alright. You can help ensure everyone's following their roles. Oh, that reminds me. I have a map for each of you. Everyone's station is marked on the map as well. How convenient. Thank you. The rules of the game are as follows. There is a murder amongst you all. The murderer can kill a single participant however they choose, but you must physically be present with the victim for it to count. Everyone else must collect evidence throughout the train and use it to interrogate fellow passengers to figure out who done it. The murderer will lie to get out of being accused, so inspect everything you can, find clues, and interrogate. I'll set a timer for 1 hour so everyone can mingle and the murderer can do their thing. Is everyone ready? Sounds like everyone's excited. Everyone, to your stations! This is so exciting! A mystery is unfolding right under our very noses. How thrilling, I have goosebumps. Same, isn't it awesome? Shouldn't you two be out there mingling with everyone? Well, actually, the detective and the journalist can't be the murderer. So we're stuck here for an hour before going out and scoping the place. This way, there's always a neutral party. Makes sense to me. Seems as though Amy's more excited about deciphering the mystery anyway. What do you think everyone's doing? Oh, probably inspecting their stations and talking amongst one another. Everyone has roles to play, so they must be exploring their characters. Do you know what their character motivations are, Amy? No, the lore cards are confidential. No one knows but the person who received them. But then who sent them out? My backstory is that I was best friends with the flicky that decided to join the evil Dr. Eggman, kickstarting my desire for justice in the world. Just a reference to Sonic Adventure with the flickies that got controlled and Eggman put him in what was it, Gamma and all his brothers and sisters and stuff. That was such a sad story. My lore is that I'm a nosy person turned journalist. Not gonna lie, this kinda sounds fun. Wish I wasn't stuck on microwave duty. Oh my goodness, that music. The train started moving! It's so fast, grab onto something! What is going on? I'm slipping! Hold on! I can't! No! Did the train just hit something? What is going on? Is this supposed to be a part of the murder mystery? You're both awake. Yeah. Okay, so there's a problem. So if someone got murdered and a train crashed, but I just blacked out, I can't trust anyone, not even Tails or Amy. Because even though I woke up in the same room as them, there's a chance they could have left the room and came back. It seems the train has slowed down considerably. Is everyone alright? Yeah, my head's spinning a bit, but I'm okay. It seems we've been knocked into the dining car's closet. This train can reach such incredible speeds. We're getting our money's worth with this experience, that's for sure. Wait, what are the odds that the person who got quote-unquote murdered didn't get actually murdered by anyone? Just straight up they got knocked out because of the train moving super fast. Is this actually intended? It's my first day, so I'm not really sure. I don't recall them warning me about this in the interview. We should go check on the others. Chibuga, could you get the door? Of course. It seems the door is blocked, and I don't think it's budging. Amy, given that fallen shelf a whack with the Pico Pico hammer. Let's find another way out. I'll start looking for clues. Why doesn't she have her hammer? That's kind of suspicious. Because Amy always can... She can literally spawn hammers. Like, yeah, that's kind of suspicious that she suddenly doesn't want to use a hammer. I'll search over here. I know Amy. She's hiding something. I suppose she did wake up before us. Something could have happened. Listen, I know I'm the detective here, but all the best detectives have sidekicks. I'm gonna need your help. Let's gather clues on why Amy's acting this way and interrogate her about it. Check out everything you can around this closet, then we'll show it to Amy to uncover the full situation. Gather evidence and interrogate. Got it. Okay, yeah, so it's a flashback. He wants us to do everything to make sure our guests are happy. So I guess I'm along for the ride now. You can count on me, Tails. I won't turn evil like your ex-flicky companion did. Happy to hear it. Now let's get searching. Okay, so let's see. What can we... Is that a bat? What's this, a rod? The tip is broken. It looks to have originally been attached to something. Oh, is that her hammer? I'm not sure if it's related to our mystery, but I like spinning it around, so we'll keep it. Oh my gosh, don't tell me Amy's hammer broke. Ah, the wet floor sign, keeping people alert and safe. Once I slipped on some spilled juice at the grocery store, no wet floor sign at all. Luckily Sonic was there to catch me. Wow, Sonic really is fast as they say. But he was going so fast he also slipped on the juice. That's funny. Oh, he also slipped on the juice. We slid into an older gentleman's shopping cart. Well, it's the thought that counts, I suppose. The shelves blocking our exit is currently not budging. Hey, Chibuga, look closely at this. I wonder how this side of the shelf got smashed. There's nothing the shelf could have fallen into, and I'm sure this damage wasn't here before. The train has too much upkeep. I feel like this is important. We should log it. Crack on the shelf is added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Amy and find out what really happened. So, does she... Oh no, there's still more stuff. So what, does she use her hammer and it broke it on here trying to get out already? What do you think? Tails want me to cook any of this for you? When we get out of here? Sure. I normally never make microwavable meals, but I prefer to cook. My cast iron skillet has gotten a lot of use lately. I normally never make microwave meals. I prefer to cook. My cast iron skillet has gotten a lot of use lately. I can cook a mean cast iron pizza. I've only had microwave lunches this week. Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check there. Sadly, it's empty. But on the bright side, this is a very clean trash bin. How do I become as optimistic as this kid? What's the latest? Find any clues yet? I found a spoon. If we find 2 more, we can dig ourselves out. Dig ourselves out? On a train. I'll keep looking. Alright, let's start the interrogation. Amy, we believe you're hiding something from us. What? You accuse me on my own birthday? How dare you? This isn't going to be easy, is it? I've been stuck in here just like the 2 of you. What in the world do you think I'm hiding? That you broke your hammer? Amy was awake before Tails and I were. What could she have done in that time? murdered a suspect, attempted to escape. I don't think you were sitting idly while Chibuga and I were knocked out. You attempted to escape the closet. Prove it. Show me evidence that I attempted to escape, or help me search for a way out. Do we have evidence to prove that? Chibuga, let me step you through this. First, find the correct piece of evidence from your inventory. Once that has been deduced, we must form our argument to fight back. Alright, let's do it. What proves Amy attempted to escape the dining car closet? So I guess the crack on the shelf, and then she used her hammer and it broke. Only question is, what do I click on first? Probably this one. What, some damage on the shelf is supposed to prove something? It fell over. Damage makes sense. You have no argument here. You're grasping. Oof. Okay, Tails, what now? Well, now we follow the train of thought. How does the crack on the shelf relate to Amy? So now I have to explain myself? Well, you see, When I get stumped, I like to think. What would Sonic do? What would Sonic do? Sonic's a force to be reckoned with. He's always running forward, collecting rings, crushing badniks. He never loses. Like an endless runner game? I play a lot of those on my phone. Sure, whatever works. Just close your eyes and think, what would Sonic do, and find your argument. Alright, let's prove we're not grasping. Let's follow the train of thought and fire a comeback. Like Sonic would do. Oh wait, what's going on? Oh, hold on. Okay. They got an actual platformer. So I need a certain amount of rings by the end. The light bulb. Eureka! I got it. Sure, the shelf fell, but there's nothing around for the shelf to fall onto. You're telling me on a train this well kept that the damage was here before we arrived? Well, I believe someone is responsible for hitting the shelf. You just said nothing was around for the shelf to fall onto. What was the shelf hit with then? This stick. What is that? A stick? You truly believe a stick could do this kind of damage? Haha, it's your hammer, Amy. 25 rings? Alright. Can I, like, fall faster? Oh, wait, I'd have to hit that spring, otherwise I would fall. Oh, wait, that's cool that it has my name right here. Like, I signed my own Dream Gear. You're right. A stick can't do this kind of damage to the shelf on its own. But if it's attached to something, it could. Like, let's say, a hammer. Huh? This isn't a stick at all, is it? This is actually the handle to your Pico Pico hammer. You attempted to hit the shelf out of the way, but you failed. The handle to your hammer snapped right off. It's as you both said. I tried to get us all out with my hammer, but I failed. I gave the shelf one big whack and the handle ripped right off. I figured it was no big deal and tried to hide it, but I suppose my embarrassment got the better of me. That's crazy that that broke on the shelf. Like, what is this shelf made out of? Because Amy's hammer is capable of destroying machines. Like, that's kind of weird that her hammer broke. She does look genuinely sorry about this situation. I never expected your hammer to snap like that, Amy. It was one of my backups. It's a little lighter to carry around. I didn't think I'd need it. Well, lucky for you, I'm a detective, and I dabble as a mechanic. Let me see both pieces of the hammer. Just tighten things here, a little elbow grease there, and fixed! Tails, thank you! According to my calculations, if you hit the shelf right here, it should do the trick. Alright, stand back! The shelf completely shattered. Incredible. We did it! We're free! Great job, Amy. Let's get out of here. Oh man, the whole place is destroyed. Still suspicious about the train conductor, because he should have crashed a train like that. What is that? Dang. Dude gone in the Family Guy pose. It can't be. Sonic! Someone murdered my darling Sonic! What? Why is she happy about it? Hold on! She's over here like, someone murdered Sonic! Yay! Looks like the game's begun. I'm finding out who did this at once. Amy, wait! I want to figure out who did this too. Wait for me! What a whirlwind. I'm exhausted already. That was really convincing, Sonic. Bruh, I think he's actually knocked out. And I'm pretty sure it's because the train crashed. Sonic? Bruh, he's gone. Body numb. Can't move. What are you saying? I don't understand. I just need to rest. Sonic? Sonic? Is he actually hurt? He's not moving. Are these wounds on him genuine? My hand's on his wrist, but I don't sense a pulse. Am I doing this right? What in the world is going on? Is this part of the murder mystery, or is this serious? Sonic? Sonic! Oh no, I feel myself panicking. Calm down, Chibuga. What do I do? This game's gonna replay the same one. I need you to do everything in your power to make sure our paying guests are well taken care of, understood? These guests are incredibly renowned, which means they must be remarkably rich, so I leave their care to you, Chibuga, my favorite employee. Surely you won't let me down on this last ride. I need to catch up to Amy and Tails and get to the bottom of this. Even if this is part of the game, I just can't risk it. I'll keep everyone safe, conductor. You'll see. The murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Saloon car. Whoa, look at this place. Let's look for Tails first. Chibuga, I'm over here. I think Amy's already gone on ahead. It seems she's really excited. Did you need something from me? Yeah, just a question, really. How do I put this? What if Sonic is actually hurt? He's laughing. Sonic doesn't go down so easily. He's on a train full of his friends. Nothing would actually happen to him. We're just all really committed to the mystery for Amy. You have nothing to worry about, promise. Plus, Sonic likes to nap in a lot of strange spots. He's fine. He's making a lot of sense, but I can't shake what Sonic said to me. Is this really part of the murder mystery game, or is there something deeper happening? I need more evidence to figure out what's going on. Can I tag along with you? If you don't mind, is it cool if I tag along with you? Oh, of course, sure. Now if I ever need a snack, you've got me. Fair. As I said, the best detectives have sidekicks, so I'm happy to have you. Let's go! We're partnering with Tails, Mr. Broken himself, because he's like broken in every game. If you ever catch me looking glum though, just know it's because, where's my lore card? The last guy to work a case with me ditched our practice to join the evil Dr. Eggman. Not a proper detective without baggage. This is true, you varmints. What are you all doing in my saloon? He's trying so hard to stay in character. Knuckles, we're trying to figure out who murdered Sonic. I can see that. Amy moseyed through and told me all about it. Enough of that. Wonder how long he kept that voice up for Amy. We were wondering if you could tell us what you were up to before the murder. Anything to help us establish your alibi and... Nope. I have nothing to tell either of you. Leave me alone. He's obviously agitated about something, but why take it out on us? I know better than to argue with Knuckles, so it seems we're on our own. Chibuga, we need to figure out what Knuckles was up to while we were all apart. Let's investigate for clues and then interrogate. Right, let's do it. So, why is there like 2 game consoles right here? Clearly, oh, he was playing the game the whole time. That's probably what he was doing. Clearly we won't be able to give the game Super Monkey Ball a try. Did we think it broke when the train sped up? The damages look more to be caused from punches. Yeah, Knuckles was playing a game and he probably got stuck on some BS level of Monkey Ball, because Monkey Ball always has levels that are kind of stupid sometimes. He got mad and he just punched the screen. That's what he's been doing. Who could have done that? We all just looking at Knuckles. What are you two looking at me for? Smashed Arcade is added to your inventory. Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check there. Sadly, this one is empty as well. I'm starting to think your theory on something always being hidden in the trash is flawed. It's only a matter of time, Tails. Have faith. It's as they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. I think Tails is ignoring me. But there's stuff right there, I can see it. Decent cash reward for fighting this robot. Maybe I'll keep an eye on finding Omochao. Poor Omochao, hate to see them like this. What they do? Medical malpractice. Interesting. Breathtaking views. Hey look, it's a Chow and another one. This train passes by some incredible sights. I'm just happy to be traveling at a normal speed. I get nauseous pretty easily. I have to avoid things like roller coasters. I don't mind roller coasters, though I find myself running on the tracks more than I do riding on the carts. I'll never understand this friend group. Chibuga, this is interesting. What is? It's just a few used cups. Sure, but why are there 3? Knuckles was really thirsty? And one of them has a red line. Chibuga, this one has lipstick on the rim. Okay, so that probably means Rouge was here. That's not Knuckles' color at all. Someone else must have been here. We should lock this. Used cups are added to your inventory. I think we've found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Knuckles and find out what really happened. The robotic arms here are really helpful. What the arm's doing to my hair? He fixed it up a bit. That's incredible. What interesting tech. Uh-oh, should I fear for my job a little bit? How well can it microwave? Ah, the bowl of assorted nuts, the classic saloon snack. Kinda bland. Seems like someone licked all the salt off them. What? Oh, that is gross. Who would do that? Ew. Or maybe they're just unsalted. Huh? That's funny. The door is locked tight. We can't go any further. I wonder how Amy was able to leave then. Good point. When were these doors locked and how long were they locked for? Well, we'll have to keep this in mind. Okay. Howdy, partners. Coliseum Highway Zone. Let's leave it on that one. I told you to leave me alone. I like your hat. Knuckles, are you blushing? I said, leave me alone. Doesn't look like he's used to being complimented. Did you just adjust your hat a bit so we could see it better? I said, leave. Can I take your order? Not hungry. Well, if you ever are, you'll let me know, won't you? Sure, like a butler of sorts, right? Come on, Chibuga, you're not a butler, tell him that. Yeah, like a butler. Excellent, thank you, butler. Dang it. No promises. Knuckles, would you ever fight me? No, you bruise too easily, wouldn't be fun. I bruise easily too, guess I wouldn't be fun to fight either. No, I'd fight you. Sorry, Chibuga, I wish you luck. He's not actually going to fight me, right? Alright, let's start this interrogation. Knuckles! Chibuga and I need to determine what you were doing during the hour the murder took place. I already told you. Buzz off. You're not getting anything out of me. Thankfully, we don't need you to say much. What happened here is pretty obvious. It is? We have evidence, too. We do? Chibuga, just take a good look at your inventory. What was distracted Knuckles during the time Sonic was murdered? I mean, yeah, he was distracted playing the arcade, but he probably also was distracted talking to somebody. But it's 3 cups. So, assuming one is for Knuckles, and one is for Rouge. I wonder what the third one is for. But, yeah. The arcade machine? Ha! What makes you think I touched it? Alright, time for some more ring collection. Oh, they got spike balls? Did I jump over it? Okay, yeah. Eureka! This isn't a tough one, Knuckles. Knuckles, you clearly touched the arcade machine because his hair was found at the... I mean, the arcade cabinet is covered in punches. That's the only thing. What evidence do you have that the damages are punches? What are you all staring at my hands for? Knuckles, you clearly destroyed the arcade machine, but why? I needed a punching bag and none were available to me. Just a sudden urge to punch, huh? I believe repairing the arcade machine will give us our answer. How will you? I'm on it. Chibuga, distract Knuckles while I fix Super Monkey Ball. Bring it on! Alright, how do we distract Knuckles? Is it the fact that he has, like, a lipstick? $40 rings. The arcade machine is fixed. No, don't look at the scores! Well, thanks for telling us why you punched it. Quick, look at the scores. I'm putting it up now. Vector beat him by 1 point. Oh, that's funny. Hey, Candy, that's a reference to one of the characters on Sonic the Fighters. Ultimate? Is that like Ultimate Life Form? Huh, who knows. Okay, what does this tell us? Nothing, obviously. It tells us something massive. Look at the name on the top of the list. It's Vector. He's supposed to be in the library car. The picture's beginning to be painted here. You completed with Vector to see who could get the highest score. And Vector beat you. By 1 point. I don't blame him for being mad. And in frustration, you destroyed the arcade cabinet. Ugh. He's punching the air in frustration. You're guessing. Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Vector's a common name. Prove to me he was here, now! So, I guess Rouge and Vector were here? Ow. Ah, dang it. No, I was too far over to the side. Don't tell me no! You have nothing. Zilch, nada. Now leave you two. Chibuga, let's try this again. I got smacked up. Yeah, I need to look at my shadow. My shadow tells me where I am. Oh no. Okay, got enough. Now, Chibuga, what proves Vector was here with Knuckles? No! I thought it was strange there was more than one cup sitting next to you. While you were supposed to be participating in the murder mystery game for Amy's birthday, you and Vector enjoyed some drinks playing arcade. It's not like... It's not... I wasn't... Don't tell Amy. I think we're on the right track here. It's as you say. Vector popped in at the top of the hour, wanted to play the arcade machine with me. We went back and forth trying to figure the game out, but when we did, we competed for the highest score. When he bested me, I destroyed the machine. No proof of his win. I was trying to fix the arcade cabinet before you two came in. Honest, I didn't want to be caught. And that's my story, an alibi. I've already told an abridged version of this to Amy. Boy, this friend group has a lot of pride issues. Well, that explains one of the used cups. But what of the cup with the lipstick mark? Rouge was in here too. Called it! It's inconsequential, not worth mentioning. She searched around for something but failed, made fun of our game, and left. Obnoxious, that one. But you offered her a drink, apparently. Listen, I don't know why she showed up, and I've told you everything that happened before the train sped up. Are you not satisfied? Will you two relent? I'm understanding the scenario. Vector visited to play games, Rouge couldn't find something, and then left. Knuckles destroyed the machine. That all makes sense to me. Thank you for answering so many of our Actually, that's not everything, is it, Knuckles? I want to step back to something I noticed. One more name on that high scorer list doesn't make sense. Chibuga, can you take a look one more time? An odd name on the high score list? What is Tails talking about? Toast, apple, bread, ultimate, big... Wait, why is there a bunch of names for bread? Okay, is it ultimate life form or shadow here? All the other names have a food theme, but this one. Who here goes by Ultim? You may not know it, Chibuga, but there is someone here that goes by the title. The ultimate life form. There's really someone here that goes by that? Nothing sneaks by you, does it, bud? Vector and I were struggling so much with the game, but then Shadow dropped by. So Shadow was here too. He taught us the game and was the first to get his name on the scoreboard. Vector and I then fought to beat Shadow's score. They're both very annoying. You all immediately had to compete, huh? I don't blame him. I mean, I would probably do the same thing too. See an arcade, I will immediately start playing it. He gave me this before he left. Ooh, a key. Shadow told me to lock the door and to not open it for anyone. Then he left. When Vector was leaving, I locked the door behind him. Saw no one else after locking the door. That's the honest truth. So when Amy came through here not too long ago, did you open the door for her? No, I think she has some sort of key too. Yeah, she has the key that can open all doors. That's right, the conductor gave her that special birthday key. Well, I have a lot of questions. What happened in the library to cause Vector to come here? Why is Shadow locking doors? And what was Rouge searching for? I don't know. They didn't tell me, even though I asked what's that cowboy in accent. You're gonna have to find them and ask them yourselves. More information than I expected to get there, but it seems we can move on. As of right now, I believe your story, Knuckles. We'll only know for sure when we confirm things with Vector. Fair enough. The library is in the next car. I'll open the lock for you. Give whoever KO'd Sonic an earful for me. Detective, Tails, and Butler. I liked it better when he wasn't talking to us. Will do, Sheriff. Come on, Chibuga. Let's head to the library. On it. This is way more exciting than microwaving chili dogs. Chibuga! Coming. Anything else you have to say, Knuckles? You varmints better pull up chalks, I say. Understood, Sheriff. Yeehaw! Ready to mow it down to the next car? You got it, partner. Onwards! Aw, look at the chow over there. Library car. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful. Already? Before you go, SBO and I wanted to give you your presents. My presents? You're both too sweet, thank you. Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Want to join us in finding clues? Flattered, but at the pace you two are going, Sonic's murderer will never get found. Oh, she's confident. She must have something up her sleeve. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you, and quick. But how? Are you gonna leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? The birthday girl has a master key. Right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye! Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. Now, what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I'd say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I'm, just make sure things go well. Things aren't going great. Not sure if you've forgotten, but there was a murder. Well, I mean, besides that. Besides murder? My social skills non-existent. Dang, I feel that one. I feel that one in the soul. I'm Vector, the butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat. And I'm Espio, the poet. Poetry. A resonant message from poet to reader meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure, Teardrops in the spring. Can you hear me sing? La 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 la, dee 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 dee. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Chibuga and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leaving the dining car? Oh, sure. It's simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. Actually, let me look at this real quick. So we were here, Sonic got destroyed, and we went to the saloon. Wait, no. Sonic was supposed to be here, but he's here. How? Yeah, Sonic never actually got over here in the first place. Sonic never got to where he was supposed to be. Interesting. When we were all sent off, Rouge Blade, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car, where Amy told me and Espiel to stay. I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. Where was Rouge? We happened to see her lipstick stain on a cup at the saloon car. Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout, "No way!" at the brochure stand over there. But she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. Wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car and entered the library car and locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Wait, so Shadow's been locking the doors behind him. How in the world did Sonic get from here to here? Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car, where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action, I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car again, locking the door behind him. Then returned to the lounge car, where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it alright. So if he locked the doors behind him, but no one saw Sonic, yeah, that doesn't make sense how Sonic got from here to over here, because someone should have seen Sonic. So are they all in on it, or teleportation? Like, what's going on? We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. With all these locked doors, it seems Vector or Espiel couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Thank you both for your cooperation. We're just gonna peek around and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. And if you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I got you covered too. Thanks, guys. Their alibi seems solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and to determine that Espiel was actually in the library car reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. Chaos Cola. Gone Gal. A child hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below reads, "Hang in there." Wow, I really need to see this. This little child's hanging there, refusing to use his wings to fly to safety because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this child can stick to his principle and find strength, then I can too. There's no way there was that much thought put into this poster, right? Man, this just sounded like an English course right there, where someone probably just draws something simple and then like they're like, no, it's ridiculously overcomplicated. Like, if you take an English classes, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, brochures. There are travel destination ideas here, like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Oh! Chibuga, look at this. There's a couple maps here. This seems to be a map of the library car. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Should we take this brochure about a cave too? Look, there's stalagmites. Nah, leave it. Oh, haha. Yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up, but Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. The spines are creasing. They're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. When Shadow left the library car, he locked his door on his way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. Shadow's lock is added to your inventory. Oh, poor thing. That arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. Something always hidden in the trash. Let's check it there. I hate to say it, but there's nothing here. I really thought there'd be something there. Chibuga, are you sad there was nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm alright. I'm sure there'd be something hidden in the next trash bin we find. You really think so? Yeah, we just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay, these trash bins hide a secret, I'm sure of it. Chibuga, you're pretty unconventional, but I like that. Was that supposed to be a compliment? A globe of a marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Swagonia, if you ever been there. I have actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. He'll tell you everything about the area and make sure one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. This group knows everything and has been everywhere, haven't they? Or what is going on with the graphics right here? Like, oh my goodness. What's this bright red book? Oh, yuck, this reeks of the evil scientist Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What kind of recipe? Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet. You may not be wrong. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books, but Sonic needs me. No time to rest. Alright, let's move on then. Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. He's scavenging through all the book titles excitedly. He's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order, but this one. The Mirage Express manual? Oh, someone was reading a book on how to control the train. It's the user's guide to the Mirage Express, the train we're currently on. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it is interesting. Let's make a note of this. I think we've found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. Hey look, it's Professor Pickle, a portrait of him. Fancy a poem? Can I get a poem about trains? Locomotive in motion. I think I lost my lotion. The window shows the ocean. Oh wait, there's my lotion. Thanks. I actually really like that one. Huh? What'll it be? Let's see a poem about space. I've made it up to space with my beloved antique vase, but a mistake in my haste dropped a vase from my embrace, so my antique I must now replace. What caused you to drop the vase? Don't read too deeply, it's just a poem. He hasn't thought it through, has he? I have a poem about this. My starved stomach babbled, though I ignored a grumbling tummy, for the eggs I received are scrambled when I asked for my eggs, Sonny. Oh wow, we don't serve any eggs on the train though. My talent is wasted on you lot. Wow, Vector. Did you bring me any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried to bring a knife on the train? I'm a man of authenticity, Tails. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Can I take your order? Oh yes, please, I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important. Then why would you show the menu to me? Come on, Chibuga, why would you tease him like that? And here I thought I could trust you. You've made a fool of me. Look, Chibuga, you've made him a fool. Come on, Chibuga, smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah. I smooth things over, but at what cost? So, the two of you don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Chibuga and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espiel really was reading in the library car. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We are prepared to present evidence if need. Oh, that's easy. I got bored. Sound argument with me. Alright, let's move on. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we're instructed to mingle. I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. This seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Wait, how would you know, Vector? Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what that book might be. Chibuga, could you help me out? Alright, Chibuga, what book do we think Espio may have been reading? The Mirage Express Manual. A manual? You think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Alright, how many rings this time? 40? Okay. Oh wait, there's 4 lanes now. Oh shoot. I pressed the wrong button. I was supposed to press space. You're both grasping. I knew it. We got this, Chibuga. Let's try again. Yeah, I gotta press space. Not the other button I press. Oh no. Wait, what? Oh, okay, that's crazy. Wait, is that Espio like throwing those at us or something? There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone at the very least picked the manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like that. Calm down, Victor. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, Espio. A butcher and a poet, friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading. The Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Chibuga, if you don't mind. Could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz Espio about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? No. Page 362. Okay, one efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless. Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself, though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like Espio aced that question. Chibuga, let's hit him with another one. Oh, okay, which page do I choose? Page 231. I'm just gonna go with the big numbers later in the book. What is the Mirage Express cancellation policy? No refunds and you'll be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Chibuga. Let's see if Espio can get 3 for 3. Gotcha. Which page should I pick last? Or a 2? What was implemented to support the conductor duties in each general train applications? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to ensure smooth travel for guests. I remember this, the train has autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities without a conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? What if I say no? What if I want to quiz him some more? No. I hate to say it, but no. Just goofing, you passed. I completed your test with ease. All my efforts were only to please, but you joked and japed, said no to my face. Now I wish you were riddled with fleas. Did he just rhyme a curse at me? You've clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that? Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we cut— SBO, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct, problem. Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Chibuga? He always puts me on the spot. Okay, Chibuga, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw SBO reading, but what? I guess the lock? Shadow's lock? Please, pray tell, what this has to do with anything. We're up, Chibuga. Let's get our argument together. No. 50 rings, that is a lot. Oh, I actually went a little too far over to the side. Eureka! Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. SBO said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, SBO was fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car, so there's absolutely no way Shadow and SBO didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. It was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? You see, I can sense Ezra's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So, if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all? But how would SBO leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw SBO in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Chibuga, one that I would love for SBO to solve. You gotta believe me. That cool demeanor is vanishing. I was so involved with my book I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car. Honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, SBO. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was SBO simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadows returning to the library car? What should I do? Let's see, so what could have happened? It is possible that Shadow teleported, which would mean SBO wouldn't notice him to defend SBO. I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails! We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and SBO couldn't have seen one another? A library map, I guess? Alright, now let's get my thoughts in order. I have no clue Shadow teleported, but that's the only evidence I can think of that we could use, so... I 100% press jump. I 100% press the jump button. Oh wait, I want that, yeah. Give me all those rings. But yeah, there is a window, so that there's a chance he went through the window or something, or just teleported. The library map? Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another. A straight path. If Shadow walked down the straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. It looks like you have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. A place where he couldn't have seen him. Where could Espio have been for Shadow to not see him? Okay, no, cause this, you're looking straight down. This was looking the other way. Oh wait, is that like a bookshelf right there? It would have to be this one. Interesting, that's where I was sitting reading my book. I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot because a bookcase is in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio or vice versa. It makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return to Espio. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all our questions. We did it. Another pair of alibis validated. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge and especially Shadow. Oh, it seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. Then that's our clue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio. Give 'em heck, and if you need any meat chopped up, say the word. I'll keep my poultry sharp for you both. A murderer is on the loose, while doors keep getting locked. Tick-tock, tick goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Chibuga, let's see what's next. Coming. I'm curious what would happen if I selected the other option, so let's look at that real quick. Join, what should I do? Join Tails. Okay, so it's... If you fail the losses to be torturous, don't allow such old people so to get sued. I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails, we have a piece of... Okay, I was just curious, so I chose the correct one the first time. May the breeze strip you toward success. And once it's this poem for you. Are italics enough to qualify as a poem? Bring me any meat to slice up. No, I'm not sure we will, actually. You're lost. Let's just take a pause and sit for a second. These chairs are very comfy, so plush, puts me right in the mood to read. Makes me want to take a nap, personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes a bit. Chibuga, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? If I had a ring for every time a murder, it ruined my nap time. Okay, sorry, Tails. The mystery calls. Okay, the investigation continues. Look at that chow. Among a sunglass and mustache. Suspicious. Anyway, the casino car. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Why would you throw away your evidence? That just makes zero sense. Rouge, there you are. We have a lot to say to you. We visited every train car so far and everyone said they've seen you wandering about. It's high time you told us why. My. Talk about a warm welcome. Quick to the point, aren't you, darling? And I see you've brought the microwave master with you. Please don't let that be my legacy. Tails is right. Folks have brought you up a lot. Care to explain? Tell him, Rouge. We're gonna need the help. Blaze? Alright. I've been hunting for a treasure rumored to be stored here on the train. Treasure? They certainly didn't tell me about treasure in the interview. Since I'm part business tycoon, part purveyor of the fine collectibles, I knew I had to find it. Tell him what's in it, Rouge. Alright, well, it's a Faberge cow egg. Wow, that does sound extravagant. But please don't tell me you accepted Amy's birthday invite only to find that egg. A woman can have multiple goals. I gave Amy her birthday present already, so everything's well taken care of. She roped me in on the hunt immediately. I stayed here while she searched the train cars for clues. I deduced that the Faberge cow egg is here, and this train car locked in a safe. Wait, so the treasure is real? It's actually here? And what did you manage to find, Rouge? Oh, well, why don't you both take a look? I found the train's blueprints in the library car, with a safe code written right on it, the score of a lifetime. The train's blueprints? Please, Rouge, let us see that. Finders keepers, sweetheart. There's a problem. We need your assistance. What kind of problem? The elevator behind the security guard leads us right to the room holding Faberge cow egg. But we're not getting anywhere without the guard's access card. We need a plan to get that card to use the elevator, and our chance of success grows with everyone's help. So, you want us to help you steal the Faberge cow egg? Blaze, you don't have a problem with this? I see no issues here. Sounds like a fine business venture. Her lower card must be influencing her decisions here. Either that, or breaking the rules must be refreshing for a princess. Chibuga, do you have an opinion on this? Ceiling is for squares. It's time for a 5-finger discount because that could lead us to getting more evidence. Well, I suppose if both Blaze and Chibuga are in. Okay, let's get that Faberge cow egg. That's the ticket. Happy to have you both on the team. Now, we must plan. Oh boy, what have we gotten ourselves into? Access to the Faberge cow egg room is behind a locked elevator door. The security guard has the access card. Do we... Probably should distract the guard because Rouge could easily steal it while he's distracted. Distract him. Perfect. We're all charming enough for that to work. That was actually a really nice thing to say. Chibuga, is everything okay? I've never seen you smile like that. Seems they don't know how to take a compliment. I'm gonna be in a casino. My poker face needs to work. Okay, who's distracting the security guard? So we don't want Rouge to distract him because we need Rouge to take the card. So I guess Blaze. Think you could distract the guard, Blaze? In my life, I've never let a single person down. I won't falter. Great. Her voice was so stoic, I have chills. Well, I trust her. Moving on. What's the distraction? Pretend to... I'm not exactly sure what... Okay, pretend the claw machine is stuck or push a bunch of poker chips to the floor? Or ask the child about their partner and kids. Would they even have a partner and kids? I mean, I guess that can distract him, if you, I guess. Excellent, people love talking about themselves. This will easily distract the guard. Perfect, I think we can move on then. With the guard distracted, Rouge, how will you get the access card? Grab them and fly up to the rafters? What? Okay, just pick their pocket. I'll snatch the access key, no problem. That child in uniform won't notice a thing. Excellent, we can count on you, Rouge. Try not to take anything else from them, if you can help it. No promises. With the card obtained, we need to get Blaze out of there. Chibuga, what's your plan? Guess I'll pretend I'm Blaze's spouse. Then you'd be marrying into the royal family. What is your heritage? Any war crimes I should know about? What? Well, you dress far too plain. You would need a complete refashioning immediately. You know what? Maybe we should try something else. Interesting. You give up far too easily as well. We'd have to work on your fortitude. Man, Blaze trying to marry me? Like, what's going on? I said we'll try something else. With the card... Okay, what's the plan? Well, we can't just push the security guard over, so say this a drink without a coaster. Absolutely foul. I can think of nothing worse. Despicable. I would never allow such a thing in my kingdom. The guard would go running immediately, I'm sure of it. Great, and with the guard distracted, we'll all head to the elevator. And just like that, we all make it into the elevator. Inside, we... What is it? Oh, I guess we just dance. I think singing would alert the guard. Yeah, popping apple cider would leave evidence behind, so yeah, we just dance. Now that's a proper victory. Oh no, one last security measure we didn't account for. What do we do about the mechanical arms attacking from the ceiling? What? What? Wait, how do you even know? Okay. We can high-five each of them. That would go well, right? Have Tails disable them? I should be able to disengage them. I just need some time. Well, that leads us nicely to our next question. Oh no, Tails is taking a while and the arms are tightening their grip. Oh wait, because the train is supposed to take care of the guests, we cry and hope they sympathize, I guess. Tails managed to do it. Darlings, I'm happy to say the plan is perfect. If everyone is ready, it's time to execute. I'm ready, let's begin. Alright, let's see what's up that elevator. So it worked? Okay. We don't get to see the plan in action, but I guess it worked. I knew the plan would go off without a hitch. We couldn't have made it this far without you both. You have my gratitude. Our planning beforehand was very thorough, I must admit, and it was executed to perfection. Enough chatter. Now we claim our real prize. I have the safe code right here on these blueprints. Let's claim our Faberge Chow egg. So it's gonna be in there, so let's check other things. Well, actually, there's two safes. What could they possibly be storing in all these? This is the casino car, I suppose. It's all expensive gems and gold. Maybe rings too? Rings? You can find those lying about in the grass. That's of no interest to us. Let's focus on the real prize, shall we? Right, we've got to find the safe with the Faberge Chow egg inside. No question. This has got to be the safe with our treasure. Enter in the code on the blueprints and find out, Rouge. On it, sweetheart. Let's see. 230401. Ha! That's a reference to the date, because it's April 1st. April Fool's Day in 2023. Oh, wow. It's here! I have it! Alright, before anyone sees us, let's get out of it. Hold on, kiddo. We can't be so hasty. You truly think that that's all there is to this egg? No further secrets whatsoever? Rouge, spit it out. What are you hiding? Only 3 of these eggs were ever made, each hiding their own individual secret. No one knows the secret because anyone who's opened one of these has never lived to tell the tale. You can open the egg? You sure can, and all of you will bear witness to its secret. Rouge, I don't know if you should. All you need to do is twist it. Is it about to be a... please don't be a bomb. Oh no, it's ticking! Uh-oh. Rouge, has no one lived to tell the egg's secret? Because each egg is a bomb? I think you're onto something, kid. It sure sounds like a bomb. We need to dispose of that egg now. Dispose of it? After all our hard work? Rouge? Fine, fine. But what do we do? Where do I put this thing? That's an excellent question. What do we do with a bomb? Twist the egg back again? So many. Let it finish ticking and see what happens. It's true. Let's see what happens. Are you insane? Do you want us to just blow up? We need to dispose of the bomb, Chibuga. That is our goal. Listen. I get that, but what if the egg isn't a bomb? Wait, that's right. Chibuga, I think you're onto something. Huh? What's right? Spit it out, kiddo. We don't have any time. Sorry, it's just Espio did say something interesting when we quizzed him about the train's manual. Okay, what efficient, extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Yeah, you did say that. Those robot arms that attacked us in the elevators seem to have a lot of functions here on the train. If a bomb was brought onto the train disguised as the Faber's Shao egg, the arms would have detected it and wouldn't have allowed it on. The only other person who knows the coming and going of the train is the conductor, and he surely wouldn't allow such a thing either. So if we're out of options, I think we should wait and see what happens. Okay, we wait. Okay. The egg, it opened. It's hollow. Not a bomb at all. You both really were onto something. Phew. My, well that's one way to get the heart racing. I'm completely relieved. My hunch was right, thankfully. Godlike reads, let's go. Yeah, and look what's inside. Wow, look at that sparkle, and it's so heavy too. The final secret to the Faber's Shao egg. It's a chow covered in gems. It's perfect, it's exquisite, it's revolutionary. Is she drooling over a sparkly ornament? Though I must admit, it is stunning. You said no one lived to tell the Faber's Shao egg's secret. I wonder why, if the eggs wasn't a bomb. Because they weren't as tough as us, I don't know, who cares? What a precious treasure, a beauty to behold. Maybe they naturally died of old age and just kept the secret with them? As much fun as this has been, we should get out of here before we're spotted. Good call, let's go. No one seems to suspect anything, and the security guard is back at their post. Hope they subdued the drink coaster fiend, okay? Thank you both for your assistance. That hunt was exactly the thrill I was seeking. Feeling was strangely fun, but I prefer to never do it again. Now, Rouge. Rouge? She's completely absorbed in that bedazzled chow. What is it, darling? About those blueprints, now that you're done with them, maybe we could take a look? While I appreciate your assistance, it's as I said, finders keepers. I'll need them a little longer in case I missed any other treasures, but I promise to let you take a peek later. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I'm sure you get it, sweetheart. You can't just add sweetheart to the end of a sentence to make things better. But I don't think there's any reasoning with her. She's more powerful than me. Well, we'll get out of your way for now then. We have a murder mystery to attend to. Before you go, Shadow gave me a Rouge one of these. He passed through earlier. Let me unlock the door so you can continue forward. You know, we've had a lot of people mention you, Rouge, but we also have just as much suspicion about Shadow. He's unpredictable, that one. Good luck to you. The door's unlocked. Both of you stay safe. Thanks again. Will do. Come on, Chibuga. Let's head out. Gotcha. The mystery continues. Oh, so now I can explore this area. Tails, we must search the trash bin. It's empty. Oh, did I hear an O? I've always believed in a thorough investigation, even peeking in the trash. See, it's about persistence, Tails. My dad told me that when we met my mother, he would drive to her work 2 hours away every Tuesday with a flower from his garden. She quickly agreed to a date, and when she arrived at the restaurant, she found 24 roses waiting for her. Within a year, the two were married. It's about caring, dedication, and persistence. That's, very sweet, but all that's in the bin is a lollipop stick. A lollipop stick? Yeah, like the leftover stick from a lollipop. That's all that's there. Chibuga, is everything okay? Do you need me to bring you a flower? Just leave me be. The capabilities of these robot arms are quite spectacular. I'm impressed every time I see them. I can't help but wonder how they've been controlled. I don't know, the conductor was ordering it around a bit earlier. At the very least, things operate much smoother with them here. I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, that is true. That's very versatile. Pulling off that heist was much more enjoyable than the rest of these casino games. Can I take your order? Can I interest you to anything on the menu? I'm content for now, thank you. The whole maybe the egg is a bomb thing destroyed my appetite. Yeah, I was nervous myself. We could tell, you sweat out of your uniform pretty often. Yeah, you're a very, animated person. Wow. And what's your alibi? Do you think you can go over your alibi again for us, please? When Amy began the murder mystery, what did you do? Sure, we left a dining car and Rouge pulled me aside to talk about the Vtuber chow egg. We walked and talked to the casino car, where we then went our separate ways. I scoped around and discovered the egg was here. After that, I played the slot machines, the train did a sudden jolt which was odd, but I didn't leave the car. I gave Amy her present. When she stopped by, Shadow passed through us as well, but it was brief. He gave me the exit key and left. Interesting. Do you have any sort of proof you were here playing the slots? I do, actually. I kept winning, so I saved the cash out voucher. You can take a look. Let's see here. 14,000 credits? That's an enormous payout. How did you... I'm just naturally lucky, I suppose. That smirks. He's so self-aware. Well, well, thank you for your time, Blaze. Anytime. And Tails, do tell Cream I said hi, won't you? Of course, can do. Wait, Cream wasn't here at all. Oh, I can't click on the guard. Dr. Eggman's built a lot of casinos to run around in, but I've never actually sat down to play any for fun. Wanna play blackjack? I don't know how to play that. I don't know how to play either. Chibuga simply don't have time for this. He must avenge Sonic. Probably a good point. Jackpot. That's a lot of rings. Knights. Oh, it's a reference to Knights. Cheating. No cheating. Twinkle Park. That's where Amy and Sonic went on their quote-unquote date. Oh, an Eggman logo? That's kind of sus. That's Dr. Eggman's logo. I suppose he does deal a lot with casinos. He's an evil scientist that's always caused trouble for us and Sonic. Every poker chip I've personally seen has had Eggman's mug on it, so I'm not too surprised to see this here. That's fair. I suppose I shouldn't be so surprised then. I guess so. Guess Dr. Eggman owns the whole casino industry, apparently. Should I give this slot machine a try? Yeah. Alright, let's see. Big money, big money. I'm gonna lose. Well, I lost. Do I try again? No. I respect your restraint. Haha, thanks. I know my luck. I'm not gonna keep trying. Thanks again for your help earlier. Now what can I do for you, darlings? What a paltry menu. Not a lot of options, sweetie. I think I'll have to pass. Not a problem. Just let me know if you need something later. Sure, if I need a bag of chips, I'll holler. Your alibi? Do you think you could go over your alibi again for us, Rouge? When Amy began the murder mystery, what did you do? Well, once Amy paired Blaze and I up, I immediately roped her in on my Vtuber chow egg hunt. We split up at the casino car, and I went searching for the blueprints. I walked back through the library and saloon cars till I found it in the library car. Did you see Sonic at all during your search? Sonic? No, I don't believe so. I remember him in the dining car at the beginning. Do you have anything to support that claim? Listen, plenty of people saw me poking around and I have the blueprints on me. I hardly had time to chase Sonic down, murder him, and find the blueprints myself. We appreciate you answering our questions, Rouge. You take care now. Likewise, darling. Ready to get going? Let's find Shadow. Let's do it. Lounge car. Now's a good time as any to clean out my pockets. I know you won't talk, but I know exactly why you've been locking these doors. It's hard to get a word in as you talk over me. I have my reasons. No reason is convincing enough. It's inconceivable what you did. Hey, what's going on? I see you made it here, Tails, but I didn't expect the Iron Chef as well. Well, we'll see what you say when your microwave chili dog's delicious. I'd also like to know why you've been locking doors throughout the train, Shadow. Well, it seems Amy already knows, so ask her. I'm not saying a thing. You lot will have to tell me why. Now, if you could leave me be, I have an appointment coming up. An appointment? Who wants to meet with him? Well, Chibuga, it seems like Shadow isn't gonna talk. Let's do some investigating. Alright, ready to find some answers, Tails? Undoubtedly, my dear Chibuga. So we finally caught up to Amy, I see. Chibuga, could you open the wardrobe, please? Sure. Wait, is there a reason you want me to do it? What if something falls out? Or worse, someone leaps out? I just think you should do it. Okay, I'll open it. Alright, watch it, pro. Ah, heck. All this dust, you opened the door too fast. It blew everywhere. Oh, wait, what is this? Tails, do you see this? A pull string? Chibuga. What? It's gotta activate something. What the? The back of the wardrobe opened. There's a full passageway back here. Come on, we have to see where this leads. He's curious. This must mean something big. Oh, it leads into the library. And the library leads into Sonic's car. Yup, I knew it. I knew something was suspicious. Cause I was looking at here. Look, see, it's a vertical line. So that's kind of sus. This is the library. There's a secret passage from the lounge to the library. I don't believe it. Shh! Quick, back to the passage before they spot us. We need to add that to our inventory. Hidden passages added to your inventory. Wait, what happened to the clothes? They just disappeared. Hey, it's the Big Chow Band. Give us a jam. That was spiritual. I feel reawakened. They don't miss. Those Chow understand music. There's another robot arm just doing its thing. As an employee, do you have any power over these arms? Can you tell us to do something? Oh, no, but I'll give it a shot. Hey, robotic arm, can you... give me a high five? It doesn't seem to be listening to you, but I can give you a high five. Oh, sweet! What's the other option do? Bring me a cold Chaos Cola? Nope, not listening to me. Quite parched too. I can run and get a Chaos Cola for you. No, I'll be alright, thank you, Tails. I'm the one that's supposed to be working here after all. Wait, look at this Master Emerald chandelier. It's beautiful. A keyring? Must be Shadows, the locksmith. Interesting, there's only 2 keys. I figured a locksmith would have a bunch. Wanna take it? Yeah, let's take it. Seems a printer is hooked up to the computer. Can we print something? Sonic singing a song? This print is surprisingly tricky to use. Tricky? Yeah, the user interface isn't very clear, but I won't let it stump me. And here you go. Yep, this is exactly what I asked for. I'll quietly set this back on the printer. And what's the other one? Sonic rowing a boat? Hang on, I think I remember which buttons to press. It's really that complicated? Have you ever had a printer work when you wanted it to? Fair enough. And there, worked like a charm. Here you go. Yep, this is exactly what I asked for. And put it back on the printer. They told us about this in my interview. The lounge has a computer complete with internet access for casual browsing. How lovely, seems convenient. It is. A shame to be on the computer and missing these gorgeous views, though. I feel like if you're using the computer here, you must really need to use it. Tails? No. Tails, I think we should check the trash bin. Every trash bin has been empty, Chibuga, and you've been disappointed every time. Are you going to get sad again if there's nothing in the trash bin, Chibuga? There's always something in the trash bin. Alright, let's check the trash bin. What's this? Someone printed out the front page of a ticket website. It's for the band Hot Honey. Interesting. Hot Honey is one of Amy's favorite bands. Who cares what it is? Let's add it to our inventory. Are we sure this isn't just trash? I'll let you have this. There's always success if you check the trash bin. Let's go! I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Shadow and find out what really happened. Glad you two finally caught up. I'm surprised it took you so long to get here. I thought you wanted to save Sonic. We've been thorough. Do you have any clues for us? Just a hot tip, but all will be revealed in due time. I think I'll be shedding a big light on this whole case. A hair Sharon is carrying. No way! Journalist reporter Amy Rose is always first to reveal a scoop. When you're ready to challenge Shadow, talk to him. Then I'll be ready. I'm so curious what it is. She seems confident. We'll hold you to it. I'm not ordering a single thing until we get birthday cake. Cake's first, dinner after. Otherwise, I'll get full on dinner and can't have any cake. Hey, really good argument. Cake is delicious. You have priorities. I respect that. It just makes sense. Why did you come over here? There's nothing I can help either of you with. I ask that you leave me be. That stare, so cold. You know, maybe we'll get out of here actually. Chibuga, we certainly will not. Can I take your order? I'll take you up on that coffee. When I'm back in the dining car, I'll whip that right up. A coffee on the train? There's no better combination. Some marshmallows would make it perfect. Sure. It took every muscle in his body to agree with Tails. Alright, time to start the interrogation. Shadow, we have questions for you. Will you three get out? I'm busy. As I said, I have an appointment to attend to. Sorry, but this is important. Shadow, we've questioned everyone on this train, and every single person has mentioned running into you. You've been locking every door in this train, and I know why. Pray tell, why was I locking all the doors? Time to reveal my hot tip. Hope everyone's ready for a scoop found by yours truly. We're ready. According to the map, the next car is the conductor's car, where Sonic was stationed. This door right here in the lounge car is the only door that leads to the conductor's car. Following? So Shadow was locking all the doors for one reason and one reason alone, to keep Sonic from escaping the conductor's car. So you think Shadow was trapping Sonic? I sure do. He locked the conductor's car, then locked all the others so one locked door wasn't suspicious. Pure conjecture. You all get out and leave me be. Well, my source can back up these claims. They will remain anonymous, but I think the point stands. My source claims they never saw Sonic again after he went to the conductor's car. Why? Because he was trapped and couldn't leave the conductor's car. Wait, but everybody says they never saw Sonic leave the first car. Reckless speculation. Is the logic sound though? Was Shadow trapping Sonic? I'll play along and follow this train of logic, Amy. If Shadow did lock the door to the conductor's car imprisoning Sonic, then how was Sonic found in the dining car? Exactly. I think Chibuga and I can explain the car change, however. Chibuga, what evidence do we have that shows Sonic could have gotten to the dining car? Hidden passage. Okay, just got my thoughts in order. Alright. Let's go! Ah. Oh, they got fire falling in here? That's crazy. I got enough rings. Let's go. Chibuga and I found a hidden passage in the wardrobe that leads right to the library car. What? A secret passage? So, someone could have used the passage, snuck through the library car, walked past the distracted boys playing arcade, and safely arrived at the dining car. Excellent work, Chibuga. This adjusts my theory a bit. So Shadow murdered Sonic in the conductor car, but then thought the crime scene being so close to his station was suspicious. Shadow picked up Sonic, locked the door to the conductor car on the way out, and dropped the body off at the dining car. Are you officially accusing Shadow of murder? I am, but of course, this is just a theory. I don't have any evidence to back this up, other than my hot scoop. Seems Tails and I were more thorough than you. If Shadow's not going to talk, then I'll humor you once again. If Shadow traveled through the hidden passage and appeared in the library car, then how did Espio and Vector not see him? Well, I suppose it would be hard to sneak around two people. Chibuga, do you have any guesses? Oh, well, Espio and Vector didn't see Shadow because... Well, both of these reasons. Vector was with Knuckles and Espio was reading. I believe Espio was behind a bookshelf at a table reading. Espio reading in the library checks out. That's what he told me too. He's lying. What was that, Shadow? When I completely obliterated Knuckles and Vector at that whatever game, I left the saloon car. I spent some time looking for Espio, but he was not there. He was not in the library car. Like I believe you're currently my #1 suspect. Espio was kinda acting suspicious earlier. Why were you even searching for Espio, huh? If you must know, I needed to give him a key. As if, why would a locksmith be giving away his keys? Shadow has been giving away a lot of keys actually. Everyone but us seems to have one. That's true, everyone's been able to unlock the next door for us. I didn't know that. Shadow's been passing out keys? Perhaps Chibuga and I can further validate Shadow's claims. We can do what? Chibuga, what evidence supports Shadow's claim that he was giving keys away? I guess this. That feels good. Now to get my thoughts in order. 60 rings. Dodging fireballs. Alright. There's only one reason. There's exactly 2 keys on that keyring. Those were the 2 keys Shadow meant to give Espio and Vector. No way. Well, what of his own key? Couldn't one of those be for him? I have my own key on me. Interesting. So let's say Shadow's telling the truth, then what? If Shadow didn't murder Sonic and bring him to the dining car, then what possible reason could he have for locking all the doors? She's right. Her theory is strong. Tails and I certainly haven't presented any possibilities. Is Shadow really innocent in Sonic's murder? I think Chibuga and I know exactly why Shadow was locking all the doors. Why does he keep including me too? First, Amy, I just have one question for you. Has everyone today given you a birthday present? Oh, most everyone, yeah, everyone's been so sweet. Just, Shadow and Sonic haven't given me anything yet, but that's okay, just them being here is enough. Understood, thank you, Amy. Chibuga? Yes, Tails? I have a theory, but I need a piece of evidence to support it. We know Shadow walked through every train car locking the exits, and he gave everyone stationed in the cars a key. Except for you, me, and Amy. That's right, the conductor gave Amy her birthday key, not Shadow. So why would he lock all the doors and not give us a key? So they would assume we would be with Amy because of those 2 keys were for Vector and Espio. That means he didn't have enough keys for everyone. So it's not about Shadow not fighting us. He wanted to keep us away, yeah. Was Shadow locking all the doors to keep us away? Not us, Chibuga. I'm making a deep leap here, but stick with me. I think Shadow was trying to keep Amy away. What? Excuse me? Shadow would never do that. It's my birthday. You know, it's my birthday, right? Don't you, Shadow? How dare Chibuga show me evidence? Huh? If Shadow was trying to keep me away, prove it. You've been so thorough or whatever. What proof do you have? Actually, the suspicious thing is, when the train crashed, why did only the 3 of us get knocked out? And then somehow changed rooms and went to that storage lobby and got like locked in there. That's kind of suspicious. Because nobody else got knocked out. There's only the 3 of us. So does that mean like someone actually physically knocked us out before the train crashed or something? But that's kind of weird. And then we didn't get keys. Like, is everybody on the train in on it? What proof do you have? Okay. Tails thinks Shadow's trying to keep just Amy away. Why? What evidence shows what Shadow didn't want Amy to know? It's crumpled paper. That feels right. Phew, to organize my thoughts. Bum bum bum. Oh wait, yeah, I didn't want to hit that top thing. There's a lot of fireballs. Look at all my fireball dodging skills, godlike. You went rooting through the trash? Huh? What is that? We found this in the trash bin next to the printer. It's of a band tickets website. Tails, don't! This is Hot Honey's website. No way, I love them! Hot Honey? It's the band I'm currently obsessed with. Jeremy B is my current favorite. All these members have B after their name. Yes, isn't it cute? I haven't gone to any of their shows yet to see them though. Their tickets are really hard to get. You have to be ready online at a specific time and they sell out in minutes. So the question becomes, why was this paper found in the train car Shadow was stationed in? Watch yourself, Fox. The situation's becoming much clearer. I don't know how Tails figured things out so soon, but I see where he's heading. The printout of the Hot Honey Band's ticket website exists because Shadow was buying the tickets for Amy. What? Shadow? Is this true? Are you trying to get me concert tickets for my birthday? I've done a poor job hiding the surprise, it seems. Yes! I am trying to get your concert tickets for your birthday. Shadow. I used that printer earlier and I found it difficult to manage. When logging onto the website, did you print the homepage by accident? How the... Yes, that's exactly what happened. I'm not fantastic with computers, admittedly. I can't believe this, after I accused you of murder. Spill everything, Shadow. The cat's out of the bag. I want to know everything. Fine. The surprise is ruined anyway. Oof, probably our fault there. Sorry, that's all a detective's job is, I suppose. When I arrived on the train, I realized everyone else had a gift except for me. Not worried for my social status, I immediately began brainstorming ideas and saw the computer. Oh, that's why Sonic looked kinda like worried at the beginning. Makes sense now. I remembered Amy had never seen Hot Honey live and looked it up. That's when I accidentally printed the homepage. The concert tickets weren't actually on sale, I realized, but would be available soon. Is that the appointment you keep speaking of? The time you're able to actually buy the concert tickets? Precisely. I haven't purchased the tickets yet. I knew I had to keep Amy away while I waited to buy the tickets, so I began locking all the doors. But for the safety of everyone, I handed out keys so they could get in and out, telling them not to let anyone through. If it didn't work, Amy still managed to make it here somehow. It's because the conductor gave me this. This key opens up any door on the train. I've gotten through every locked door with ease. The plan's fatal flaw, the birthday key. I should have guessed. It's a well-known privilege. Shadow, your gesture is so sweet, and after I accused you too. How about this? Let's buy the tickets later, and to make it up to you, you can come with me. I don't know if... Too late, it's happening. I can't wait! The show of a lifetime. Fine. Happy birthday, Amy. I expect lots of pictures from the concert, you two. Seems the mystery of Shadow's locked doors has finally reached the end. Aw, Amy and Shadow gonna go on a little date. I blame my source for all this. That wasn't a hot tip at all, leading me to believe Shadow was behind everything. My credibility as a journalist reporter, down the drain. Amy, I'm curious, who is the source for your, big scoop? I would like to know as well. Sorry, strictly confidential. My credibility may be shot, but my principles must stay intact. I have a strong feeling I know exactly who your source is. But we need to investigate one last area, the conductor's car. I'll come with you. I'd love to know who's been dragging my name through the mud. And I'll join as well. Time to see this through to the end. We're more than happy to have you both. Chibuga, I hate to say it, but I believe our investigation is finally coming to a close. The pieces are coming together. The full picture is becoming clearer and clearer. Let's end this, Tails. We'll pin down Sonic's murderer for good. Right on then, let's do it. Come on, to the conductor's car. I wonder what we'll find there. Conductor, I'm sure. Immediately haven't seen the conductor in a while. Hope he's alright. I can't believe a secret passage was here this whole time. That would have been very useful. Yeah, the library's closest to the bathroom. It would have been really convenient. I see our priorities are different. Presented, Big Child Band. Take a beat. Music Plant Zone. Ah, Music Plant Zone. I think that's a reference to Sonic Advance 2. Oh, wait, what's this? Wow, Tails, you have to check this out. These windows are huge. What a view. I didn't realize this train would drive along the coast. Spectacular, isn't it? I just want to hop out and take a dip in the ocean. If this train wasn't so nice to be on, I'd agree. Despite the murder lingering in the air. Despite the murder lingering in the air. I just thought the same thing. Ready to go to the conductor car? Let's finish this. It's now or never. Conductor car. The music is so different here. Should really sort out my evidence before I continue. In my short time working on this train, I haven't visited the conductor car yet. Feels empty. Wait, where's the conductor? That's odd. I haven't seen him throughout the train at all. Last we saw him was when he left the dining car. Something clearly happened here. Nothing we can't figure out. Come on, time to investigate. Let's crack on. I've noticed these screens throughout the entire train. Yeah, they're used to show information and advertisements. They're nice. The picture is really clear. I would watch a full movie on one. I saw a slide that said, "Happy birthday, Amy." That was so cute. Oh yeah, I left that there. You're welcome. The next ad being for nozzle medication was a little jarring though. The high quality screens probably didn't do that ad any favors. Not at all, perhaps too much detail. A microphone? We can talk to the whole train with this. Should I say something? Start beatboxing. Chibuga, why are you reaching for the mic? Yo, let's go, this beat! Just offering, I guess, some musical entertainment. That was impressive, Chibuga. Thank you for sharing. What's the other option? Oh, you're reaching for the microphone? If you can hear this, your armpits stink. My armpits certainly do not. They're clean. I'm sure they are, Tails. Was just being silly. Perhaps not the audience for that sort of joke. Ooh, there's an air vent. Suspicious. A vent? It's a large one. Seems like at least one person could fit through. Not a problem for me, but I'm not sure how to get up there. Wait, why wouldn't it be a problem for you? Oh, the tails. Right. Chibuga, I didn't realize these robot arms could also drive the train. Yeah, but they can't access every function on the train like the conductor can. They teach you how to drive it. Oh no, just how to work the microwave. I recognize some of these functions. Maybe I could drive the train. I would completely trust you to drive the train. Same, actually. It's true. You can drive the train flawlessly. Ah, guys. Wait, why is his arm ripped off? This robot arm has been completely torn off. Yuck, how creepy. That arm is powerful. It'd be tough to break out of its grip. A lot of people here have the strength to tear this off, but the question is, why? A confrontation definitely occurred in this room. We should log this. Aye aye, sir. What is that? What's this? Was someone playing darts? That's not a throwing dart. That's a blow dart. Someone brought a weapon onto this train. Ooh, and I think Espio is the only person that has used darts, right? That shouldn't be possible. Tails is right. The train detects any weapons on a passenger before letting them aboard, and that's why the arm is ripped off. Someone fought the arm. Let's make note of this. I think we found enough clues. Let's talk to Amy and solve this once and for all. You know, I'm alright. I don't need to check this trash bin. You're satisfied with finding a clue here before, huh? I know they say always check the trash bin, but I'm good. I'll go out on a high note. Wow, the conductor looks so young in his uniform. He's been here a long time. After 32 years, he told me he's finally retiring. He said he's headed to Spagonia with his wife. I hope they have a great trip. 32 years is a long time. I wish him a lot of happiness. May any future sorrow be fleeting. Yeah, I wish that too. Wait, did I click on these? I don't think so. Did this fall over when the train sped up? Not sure. Wait, what's it say on the mug? A cup of joe in your hand, wife by your side, paradise. Alright, we get it. He loves his wife. Isn't it odd we haven't seen the conductor since the dining car? I figured he's had to drive the train the entire time. I guess the same, but the train's quick speed up is odd, and we currently don't know where he is. I hope he's alright. Admittedly, I do miss his laugh. Well, you two, think you have enough evidence for me to call everyone here? It's high time we named a suspect. What do you think, Chibuga? Ready to solve this case? Yeah. Hello, everyone. This is the birthday girl speaking. Please report to the conductor car at once. Wonderful to have you all here. Tails and I are ready to announce our prime suspect, with assistance from Chibuga. Why hasn't Sonic shown up? Vector? Real quick, can you come with me to get Sonic? He must still be pretending to be dead, lazy bum. Ready, let's go get him! Let me tell you, darlings, this has been a delight. A delight? The air in here is so intense, I love it! Nothing like the thrill of a mystery. The train has so many amenities, I feel so catered to. Admittedly, I've been having a lot of fun myself, the amusement of a chase. I see why you're a detective outside of this mystery, SBO. You and I love a good thrill, it seems. But on this train, I am but a humble poet. I'd be willing to do an event like this again. It says here the train does escape rooms as well. I love escape rooms, count me in. A sequel? Escape room sequel? Wink wink. I'm so glad everyone's having a good time. Maybe we could ride a train just to relax sometime. Yeah, that'd be fun too. Ah! Did they finally realize that Sonic's been, like, knocked out the whole time? What in the world? That's Amy's voice. Quick, where's Amy? He's not responding to us. Sonic! Sonic! What? Is he hurt? Why isn't he moving? Sonic, can you hear us? He's banged up. If there is a pulse, it's weak. Set him down, Vector. Make sure his head is propped up. I'll help you. I knew one of you would take this too far. Which one of you did this to Sonic? On my birthday, no less. Could this really have been one of us? There's no one else here, Knuckles. So I ask again, which one of you did this? Oh my goodness, look at Amy's face. She looks like she's actually about to kill one of us. She's gonna become the actual murderer. This is inexcusable. Sonic's hurt. I'm going to expose the monster who did this. Tails is not having it. I thought Sonic could handle anything, but somehow he met his match. I'm going to help you get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely! Me too. Same. We're going to figure out exactly what happened in this room, and punish the one responsible. Sonic, he really was hurt this whole time, and I did nothing. I'm righting my wrong. I must take down the murderer. Tails, Chibuga, I have a big question to ask. Who in this room did this? Who killed Sonic the Hedgehog? Oh, I just have to click on someone? That's crazy that the train conductor is not a suspect despite him being a person that is just nowhere to be found. Okay, so let's review our evidence. The secret passage from here to here. Someone had to bring him over here, but no one saw Sonic. Which means the only way someone could have got here was through the air vents. And everybody seems to have alibis. Except Shadow did say that SBO and Vector weren't in that one room. Okay, so SBO? Espio, you were the one to murder Sonic, weren't you? I did no such thing, my young friend. But if it's a battle of wits you wish, I would love to discuss things. Let's discuss. What the? You're accusing Espio? We already talked about this. The man was reading. You have nothing. Reinstating Espio's alibi would be helpful for everyone, I think. Espio was locked in the library car reading. He only had access to the saloon car during the murder. But the car led to another room. However, new evidence has come to light that needs to be addressed. New evidence? Oh, that's right. Chibuga, could you fill everyone in? What did we find that brings into question Espio's alibi? Discover the hidden passage. Espio could have left the library at any time because the Tails and I found the hidden passage from the library car to the lounge car. In the lounge, the hidden passage exits behind the wardrobe. I feel lucky we even found it. Not only would Espio avoid any locked doors, but I would put him in the car just before this one. You have no evidence I used any secret passage. I answered all your questions without flaw. I was reading the entire time, remember? It's true you didn't miss a question, but I think Chibuga and I can explain that too, Chibuga. How did Espio know everything in the train manual he was reading? He's a poet, so a quick reader. A ninja like him speed reads. I mean, yeah, both of these. But we've got a remaining character, a poet, so he's a quick reader. Espio is a poet. I feel such a profession would make you quite the reader. What are you getting at? You picked a random book from the shelf and memorized it, just to guarantee yourself a clean alibi. What? That's absurd! Memorizing a whole book? I know this is a talented bunch, but that seems like a lot. I don't know, it is possible Espio is particularly skilled. I've known Espio a long time. He once bedread a book I was reading just to spoil the ending for me. If I'm right, and Espio quickly memorized the book before entering the hidden passage, then Espio could have met Sonic in the conductor's car where he was murdered. Since we're only talking in what-ifs, let me throw something at you. How was I to know about the hidden passage? It's hidden. That's right. How would Espio have known it was there? You said it yourself, kid. You were lucky to even find the passage. Chibuga and I might not have the evidence to answer your question, but we know someone who does, Chibuga. Who here has evidence to prove Espio knew about the hidden passage? That would be Rouge, because she has the blueprints. Rouge, we need to see those blueprints. Blueprints? You stole blueprints? Whatever. I already used it to scout for more treasures. Came up cold. You can have it. This right here is a blueprint to the entire train. Espio could have easily used this to find the hidden passage. What makes you think I ever saw those blueprints? Rouge had them. Well, Chibuga, do you have any answers for him? How could Espio have seen those blueprints? Espio found them before Rouge did? Rouge, where did you find the blueprints? Oh, the library car. It was stuffed with the brochures. I checked the saloon car first, then found the blueprints after leaving. So that means Espio had time to find the blueprints and discover the hidden passage. In my theory, Espio looked at the blueprints and then used the hidden passage to get to Sonic. Within Amy's guidelines, the murderer can kill a single participant however they choose. The logistics are still vague, but Chibuga and I have evidence on how Sonic was murdered. I'm unsure how much harm Espio caused Sonic, but Chibuga and I have evidence on how it was done. Oh, this is rich, pray tell. If I murdered Sonic, how did I do it? Okay, now to form my argument. Come on, focus. You're close, Chibuga. What would Sonic do? Run and collect rings! Oops. Ow. Espio's throwing darts again. Oh, what? What? Oh, okay, yeah. Like, I was supposed to be ready for that. What the heck? Okay, I hope there was like the ground was like caved in or something to let you know that can happen. Because otherwise, that was unfair. Oh wait, the ground was caved in. Okay, yeah. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. I didn't see that. Yeah, the ground was caved in. Whoops. This blow dart was found here, in the conductor room. I believe Espio used this to knock Sonic unconscious. So you mean Sonic might just be knocked out? I'm unsure. He's more banged up than what a blow dart would do. According to Amy's rules, a blow dart counts as a kill for the murdered mystery. My theory, therefore, is plausible. Plausible, you say? Then why are there so many holes in it? You deny the allegations? Of course I do. Let me present the first fatal flaw. If I knocked out Sonic in the conductor's car, then how was Sonic found in the dining car? Ah, shoot, that's a good point, but Tails was onto something, I'm sure of it. I locked all the doors, and Espio didn't have a key. He would have had to take the hidden passage back. If he took the hidden passage back, he'd end up back in the library. Chibuga and I know another way he would have done it. We do? What piece of evidence do we need to take a closer look at? I guess we just look at this again? Just look at the blueprints again, because they probably show the air vents. Ow. Plenty of rings. Alright, let's take a look. If Espio didn't take the secret passage to get to the dining car, then what route did he take to get Sonic there? There's a path above the conductor's car, and it goes all the way to the dining car. Huh? I didn't even see that area. Is that some sort of long attic? According to these blueprints, there's a hidden path in the ceiling that leads straight to the dining car. Perhaps you can access it. Through the vent over there? The vent, of course! That must be the entrance to the path. Allow me to check it out. My word, there's a path back there, and a track. A track, huh? A track for the robot arms, I think. This must be the path that arms take to move throughout the train. So you're saying I somehow fit with Sonic in that vent and took him to the dining car. Tails, you're a smart kid, so I know you realize we both couldn't fit up there. Espio's right. This is feeling flimsy, Tails. I need an answer. My name's getting dragged around here. How on earth would I get Sonic through that vent? I guess we use the arm? The arm somehow dragged him across or something? I don't know. No, I jumped too early. Oh wait, I didn't get hit. Let's go. Godlike. Ah, I missed my jump. No. Can't lose here. No. Let's go. Barely made it. Everyone saw the broken robot arm on the ground, right? Clearly, a fight broke out here and one of these robot arms was a casualty. But what if one of the robot arms actually caught Sonic? Knuckles said there's a track that robot arms use that continues through the vent. A robot arm could have grabbed Sonic passed out, formed a blow dart, and carried him to the dining car. Could that be true? Take a look at Sonic. He's clearly banged up. Could the fight have been between Sonic and the robot arms? I can see that. Those arms do look powerful. Sonic doesn't fall easily, but if he's woozy from a blow dart, the arms could have gotten him. Interesting theory, Tails, but you have to admit these are a lot of coincidences. I might not be able to link everything directly to Espio yet, but I have found one inconsistency. What kind of inconsistency? Someone here received false information, and I believe that information came from Espio. Who received that information? Amy. Amy, you received a hot scoop, did you not? I think it's time you told us where that scoop came from. Tails, you're right. Espio lied to me. Espio told me Shadow was locking doors to trap Sonic. But we found out Shadow was trying to keep me from discovering my birthday surprise. That scoops came from you, Espio? No, of course not. Amy must have misheard me. Misheard you? Yes, I said, Sonic's going to get trapped with all these locked doors. I was just looking out for my fellow passengers' safety. I didn't blame Shadow. I don't know, Espio. What? The evidence might not be airtight, but there's a lot being thrown at you that makes sense. I have to agree. You want us to believe you were lazily reading the whole time? While you were stationed in a room with a hidden passage? Gah. And now you're lying to me? On my birthday of all days? I believe the murderer used the train's controls to move Sonic from the conductor's car to the dining car. There's only one issue with that plot though. The train doesn't listen to anyone but the conductor. And lied to Amy, casting further blame on Shadow for no other reason than to cause doubt and confusion. When examining everyone's alibi, one clearly stands out as the weakest. I believe it's clear to everyone that it only could have been one person. It was you, Espio! Yeah, he shot the dart at Sonic, but I believe it's the train conductor that also assisted because... well, you see, only one person can control those. You were the one who murdered Sonic the Hedgehog. Hey guys. Sonic, you're okay. Sonic, and just as we solved the mystery, Espio was the murderer. Right. Espio jumped me in the conductor car. Dang it, you got me. A blow dart though, really? It's non-lethal poison. You'll just be sleepy for a while. Great, I could use a nap. No wait, there's something important. Espio left me there. Something important? I need everyone to listen. The train's a badnik. Oh, the whole train is controlled by egg. Oh no. So the train conductor was suspicious and it was the train. I knew it. I knew it from the beginning. Sonic, are you feeling alright? Do you need to lie back down? No. We all need to get off this train. We're not safe. What? When I arrived at the conductor car, the conductor was already here. He was so excited to tell me all about the features of the train. But what he was telling me, I had a bad feeling. I asked to see the power source. The conductor hadn't even seen it. When we took a look, we realized the train's powered by a Flicky. Oh no, it's the Flicky that was Tails' ally. No. A Flicky? The tiny animal? There's only one person twisted enough to use a Flicky as a power source. Dr. Eggman. I told the conductor the train needed to be destroyed. He refused. The way the conductor was describing it is more than a simple badnik. It's the conductor's friend. The train is his co-conductor. You're not serious. They certainly didn't tell me that in the interview. Right as we saw the Flicky, I felt a sting in my shoulder. It was the blow dart from Espio. Espio left. The lights in the room started to glow red. Hey, stop! What are you doing? I knew something was wrong and stood up. The arms came for me next. I spin dashed right through the robot arm, sliced off the rail it was on. Wow, I'm amazed he was able to do any of this poison. But another robot arm managed to grab me and pin me to the floor. The conductor screamed as the arms approached him, but I was hit quite a bit before it all got to me. Oh no! Everyone, I have something to admit. I murdered Sonic the Hedgehog. Who cares, Esriel? We need to figure out what happened to the conductor and destroy the train. Yeah, we already knew that. The situation has gotten so serious. Why would you not just tell us? I thought that's how these murder games worked. You shoot someone with a blow dart, they die. Are you crazy? It's just a make-believe game. No one should get hit with a blow dart. I was just following the rules. See? Excuse me? Someone used his blow dart on Sonic Station in the conductor car. It is laced with the non-lethal sleeping agent. Thank you again for choosing the Mirage Express staff. That's suspicious. What is that? It says, use this blow dart on Sonic Station. Oh, wait, I already read that. What is this? Instructions? I was given a blow dart along with that card. It's signed staff. Who gave this to you? Come to think of it, one of the robotic arms handed it to me. Weapons shouldn't be allowed on the train. What is the larger picture here? Who instructed those arms to attack? Who or what? Chibuga, who do you think attacked Sonic and handed Esriel the blow dart? The train itself. I believe something's been orchestrating things behind the scenes. Something wanted Sonic out of the picture, and for a good while, so I think the train itself is plotting something. First, we learned the train's a badnik, and now it's out to get us? Once again, you keep saying the most ridiculous nonsense. You're seriously convinced the train has it out to get us? I don't know what the train's full intent is, but clearly it's been tampering in our murder mystery game. Train? Come out and show yourself! Amy, it's my birthday, and I don't need you messing with it! Amy's hitting the walls with her hammer. I'm with you, Amy. This train can have it. Come on, there's gotta be another way to get the train's attention. What was that? What did you two do? Is that the conductor? Here, I can get him down. Don't touch him. The train doesn't want the conductor to leave. Is the train talking? Of course I can talk. You fools with... Wait, let me get a robotic voice. Of course I can talk. You fools were too distracted playing your little game to figure it out. We were right, weren't we? What are you planning? I'm taking all of you to Eggman's base, where you will rot. Eggman? After I deliver your annoying party right to his egg fortress. Annoying? The conductor and I will be free to laugh and play games, ride the open rails like we always planned. What are you? Enough. The train's picking up speed. Everyone grab something. Which one of these buttons turns the train off? Whoa, whoa. Sonic! Ha 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 ha. Stay put until we arrive. Goodbye. Ah! Whoa! No. I can't keep my footing. Knocked out again. A bunch of evidence is falling out of my pockets. My head. Tails. Amy. Is anyone here? Hello? Hello? No need to yell, bud. It's a Sonic. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Hanging in there. It seems the train arms threw us back into the dining car. But where's everyone else? A great question. But for now, are you alright? Sonic the Hedgehog asking about me? I'm doing amazing! Wow, amazing, huh? You might have to share a bit of that enthusiasm with me. I might have overcompensated there. Let's get our bearings and take a look around. Good idea. Lead the way. Aw, man. What's wrong? The windows are all covered up now, and I've got to look at that pretty views. Amy was saying the train sights couldn't be beat. I was excited. After all we've been through, I'm sure the train company will offer you some kind of coupon for another visit. That'd be great, as I still don't know where my wallet is. Dang, they stole his wallet? The conductor and I found Vector's ticket in this napkin holder. What was his ticket doing here? Maybe he confused a napkin for his ticket and his ticket for a napkin? I hope his ticket didn't have a ketchup stain. Hey, one of those robotic arms are here too. Yeah, it swiped at me. Best to leave it alone. The train's definitely mad at us. Good call. We've got to get out of here before the arm swipes at us again. That yellow glow is chilling. I miss when it was just showing us the weather. Well, that's better than the yellow glow, I guess. Hello, hello. Anyone there? Why is no one responding to me? I missed the yellow glow already. You got some nerve showing up here, egghead. Ho 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 ho, you spiky blue pest. Seems you've finally taken passage on one of my passenger trains. You on the train? Who the heck are you? Don't talk to me. Ignoring that, they certainly didn't talk about you in my interview. My involvement isn't well known, civilian. The infrastructure in your towns just wasn't cutting it. If I were to build Eggman Land, these problems would need sorting out. So I courageously got involved. I converted some cargo trains into passenger trains for the sake of the public. It's just more useful for future schemes. Let me guess. Another death egg doctor predictable. The people fear giant spears. It's science. Let's cut to the chase. Where are our friends? Judging by my security cameras, your pathetic friends are all locked in the cars they were stationed in. Seems you managed to make the train quite upset. Did you not know this was happening? Heavens no! I'm only now getting caught up. I'm far too busy to notice what a passenger train is up to. You see, the capability of a Badnik is normally very basic. Just kill Sonic the Hedgehog. But for a luxury train, I wanted to be sure things ran without my supervision and report to me if any of you happened aboard. This train capabilities of intellectual thought is extraordinary, a feat only accomplished by my genius. So this confirms it, the train really is sentient. Suffice to say, your capture is inevitable. You're on a train that decides nothing more than to deliver you all to me. See, I got to thinking, I needed to manufacture motivation behind programming. I like to make my Badniks compete against one another from time to time. It's good for productivity. So I instituted a bounty upon my army of Badniks. First to capture you pathetic creatures gets a generous reward. The train wants to deliver us to Eggman for a reward. Most of my robots ask for something simple like my autograph or whatever, but a highly intelligent train? It may ask for something more interesting. As much as I like reward programs, are you done blabbering, Doc? You can never just win silently, can you? When you're dragged to my base, you'll regret the day you ever crossed me, Hedgehog. I already do. Get lost. Shao. He always knows how to get under my skin. This is tough. The train has the motivation, and being made by Eggman, it's no doubt powerful. Not to mention, we're all separated. What am I supposed to think? The train purposely had Sonic knocked out so it could deliver us to Eggman. This whole time we were all in danger, and I went along with it. Sonic was really hurt. The conductor's been captured. Should I have been more assertive earlier? I didn't try hard enough. Am I at fault here? I knew Sonic was hurt all along. Hey. I can tell the situation's getting to you. Oh yeah, sorry, I get it. The road's getting tough. It's easy to question the decisions that got you here. But when negative thoughts hit you, let it pass and keep living. I need you here helping me through this before I do something rash. See, I'm one of those sleep before you think kind of guys. Haha, okay, you're right. Let's keep moving forward and make things right. Breathe. Okay. We gotta get to the conductor's car before the train arrives at Eggman's base. The doors have been heavily fortified. How do we get through? Believe in yourself? No matter the obstacle, I know you have what it takes to figure it out. The entire day, Tails and I have been asking ourselves what would Sonic do. So what would you do? What would I do? Well, I speed through head on and rescue our friends by any means necessary. Here, stand back. And he just breaks through the door. Yep. Wow, with one big wind-up, Sonic spin dashes were fast enough to get the door open. Huh, now that the road's clear, nothing can stop us. Better hold on to your pants. I don't think we're beginning another break after this. Ready to go? Give me a second. I get it. Well, let me know when you're ready. I just want to see if there's anything else to read. No. Okay. I'm ready. Alright, let's do this. to the conductor car to end this mystery. Alright, our friends are locked in the cars up ahead. In my last adventure, maxing out my ring count gave me an extra boost of speed. If I can grab enough rings, I should be fast enough to bust through the next door too. Ready? Let's do this. So it's a boss fight, the mini game's the final boss. And this is the actual Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay. So I need to get 50 rings before the end. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna make it. No. Gotta try again. Yeah, now the game's getting harder. Dang it. I'm already starting off bad. What? Oh my goodness. Okay, this is actually kind of challenging. Alright. Can I reach? No, I can't reach that from way over there. I don't think I have enough still, huh? Wait. Okay, there we go, barely. Break through the door, Sonic. Just wait till I see Eggman. I'm gonna clobber him. We gotta deal with this train first. Come on, let's go. 55 rings. I missed it. Okay, I got enough rings, I just have to not get hit now. Let's go. Next door. You all came for us. Of course, but let's move. The train wants to take us prisoner and earn a reward. My reward is to get off this stupid train. Let's go. 60 rings. Oh, I was slightly too far to the side. Wait, no, stay in the middle. To the right. Let's go. Sonic, it's about time. I thought you were supposed to be fast, Sonic. We gotta move. You two ready? Always. Let's boogie. Meteors. Oh, I missed that pickup. Almost there. Oh, don't tell me I missed one. Oh, okay, there's still more. Yeah, that first section was way harder than all the other ones. They locked Amy and Tails in the conductor's car. Say no more, let's go. What? I jumped over it. Okay, I've got enough. Surprised I haven't seen falling platforms yet. Sonic! Sonic, you're here! Hey, this is no way to treat the birthday girl. You're right, I'm ready to stop this train. Time to finish this. Excellent work trapping these pests. Now hurry to me. I must properly dispose of them to begin my plans for Eggman Land and probably another Death Egg. Don't teleport us to the future? Teleport you all? Oh, to the future when I've already ruled the planet? Sure, I'll do that, whatever. Shut it, Eggman. Don't disappoint me, train. Hurry it up. I would not fail. My wish will be granted. Your wish? Oh, you mean the bounty? I don't care what you call it, just bring me those overgrown mammals. Heard that, Eggman? I must get my wish. I would not fail. This is it, everyone. Get ready. We're taking this thing down. Hello there, train. Oh, his hands are coming through the ground. Okay. Yo, this music, though. Ah, dang it. It's alright though, I got plenty of rings now, just have to focus on not getting hit. None of you could possibly understand. We promised to be together our whole lives. How could he just leave like it was nothing? Who do you mean? The conductor? He's retiring, you just have to accept that. My wish will keep us together forever. That's what being friends is all about. You can't force someone to be friends with you. That's messed up. Shut up, just shut up. Oh, okay, hold on. Now they're trying to stall a bunch of stuff. Okay. Come on, Sonic, you can turn! Oh, dang, they like destroyed the whole ground. Eggman, can you hear me? My wish, my wish, my wish. Make the conductor never leave me. Let us be friends forever. The kind of friends who would never leave each other. Why would he betray me? Oh gosh. The ground is just blowing up. There's so much stuff to dodge. Okay, made it. Doctor, you promised me, you promised. Let him speak, unhand him. Train, stop this. When I told you we'd be with each other forever, I was a much younger man. I'm getting old. I'm tired. Excuses. How dare you abandon me? I'll be lonely, so lonely. Why must you insist loneliness upon me? No, stop! What are you doing to me? Please, don't make me do this! Shh. We have to rescue the conductor if we ever want to stop this train. Alright, what's going on? Is it boss fight time? Okay, I think it's boss fight time. What's going on? Okay. Get that. These rings shall be mine! Oh, wow, okay, he can shoot bullets. Ow! Dang it. No! No! I fail. Must collect rings. Yo, that guitar though. Oh wait, almost got shot. Okay, I got enough rings, now I just gotta focus on not getting hit. Alright, we gotta hit in. We gotta hit him 3 times probably. Oh look, it's the Theo. That somehow is the same one as in Tails' backstory. Hey, Flicky? This is just like the lore card, when my ex-best friend left detective work to join Dr. Eggman. So this really is a bad Nick. The stakes rise every second, huh? We gotta save him. On it. Let's show our full power. Dang, everything was true. The lore was true. Dang, this train is dedicated to its work. Aw, oh, dang it, can they jump in time? I need a few more rings. Oh my goodness. The amount of attacks out here is crazy. Take this. Just be delivered to Eggman already. What about my happiness? Your happiness comes at the expense of others. Last I checked, that's called being selfish. Me selfish? How dare you? Poor train just doesn't want to be abandoned and we have to destroy it. It's always the robots that get destroyed, no one ever thinks about them. Okay. Thank you. Ow. I need a few more rings. Okay, now we're in the safe zone. No, 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 no! Ah! I'll grab the fleeky. Fleeky grabbed. It's over! Time to pay for ruining my birthday! And that's her weak hammer. Train destroyed. And Sonic caught Amy. The train is slowing down. Great hit, Amy. It was pretty great, wasn't it? That's what you get when you mess with my special day. I just couldn't bear to see you go. I'm sorry for the trouble. And it died. I think our work here is done. Now let's get off this thing. Thank you. Goodbye, my friend. I may be leaving the rails, but I assure you, I'll never forget our time together. And a poor train destroyed. That was a fun trip, though. We did it! Well, I'd say I've never been on a train like that before. This universe has a unique way of doing things. Watch your step, watch your step. It's over. The mystery of Sonic the Hedgehog's murder is officially over. Maybe next birthday we just ask Vanilla to make dinner. Oh, you don't love parties where by the end someone tries to kill you? I think I'm actually going to miss this group's unhinged way of thinking. Honey, you're oh, that person in the picture was his wife. Okay. Honey, you're late. I've been waiting here for hours. You'd honestly never believe what happened. So I won't even try. I'm just glad you're here. Quick, we leave for Spagonia in the morning and you need to pack. I'll pack faster than the wind. I need this vacation something terrible. And I need you home. Happy first day of retirement, dear. Seems the conductor is more than ready to begin his retirement after this ordeal. I'm happy for them both. Oh, who's this? An old friend, I think. Well, they're a cutie, that's for sure. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Seems that Flicky found a friend. Great job saving that little guy, SVO. It was the least I could do. Sonic, everyone, I sincerely apologize for the trouble I caused. Don't be, you were just following what you thought was the game. It's hard to know what I would have done in the same situation. I wouldn't have hit someone with a blow dart. Seriously, a dart? It would have been hard to get close to you otherwise, Mr. Speed of Sound. Regardless, I am sorry. We're cool, and now that we're all safe, it was fun. This group has a wild idea of fun. Boy, am I starving! I forgot we never ate. With all that clutter, I completely forgot I was hungry. Me too. I was distracted playing detective. If only you could have seen me. Sonic, I was finding clues, presenting evidence, poking holes in alibis. Sonic? Wait, where'd he go? Everyone, guess what? The station has a bakery, and look what I bought! Ah, a birthday cake! Happy birthday, Amy! To the confident, unshakable, and radiant Amy Rose. To an adventure of a birthday darling. A memorable party every year. To a fun birthday. A ride from start to finish. May our friendship grow stronger each celebration. I admired your tenacity. May you never lose your vivacity. Happy birthday to Amy and her sparkling personosity. Oh my gosh, this dude's still out here trying to write and do poetry. Happy birthday. I'm not smart enough to know if personosity is a word. Is it? I'll have to look that up later. We love you, Amy. Happy birthday. You guys. We almost got murdered by a lonely train, but I wouldn't trade these adventures for anything. Never in a million years. You guys won't ever leave me, right? Wouldn't dream of it. Now let's have some cake. Yes, please. Dig in, everyone. Yay. I hope it's chocolate. Oh, look at Sage! And Metal Sonic. Let's go. Were they about to throw a party because they thought they caught Sonic? So Eggman brought Sage back. Okay. That train's never making it here, is it? Orbot, prepare a bath. The happy rubber ducky or the angry one? Angry! Sour choice, your evilness. Shut it. And that's my story of when I met Sonic and his friends, entangled in their lives for a fleeting moment and then back to things as they were. Cities realized Eggman was running the train system and fought back to seize control. Everything's squeaky clean now. Doesn't Eggman have like a bunch of things though? Like if you look at Sonic Riders and the futuristic city, everything's like owned by Eggman. As for me, oh shoot. I gotta make a decision? Alright, let's... oh, I can't save. I can't save! No. So what do I do? Okay, so I get one ending or the other. Quit my job or stuck with the gig. I feel like I could do better than a train conductor, so I quit my job. And then... won millions in the lottery. Practice my... Let's say I won millions in the lottery. And after all that, I... now run a local supermarket. That makes no sense if I won millions in the lottery, why would I be running a local supermarket? Okay, I guess I managed to fly to space. Yeah, that's just been my life. The murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. So, there you go. Sonic the Hedgehog game. It wasn't made by Sonic Team, but it was published by Sega, so... take it as being canon or not, that's up to you. I'd say it was pretty fun. I usually don't play these type of games, point-and-click mystery games and stuff like that, but you know, I saw this, I was like, this would be a great game to upload for April Fools and April. So I'm not sure if I'm going to upload the entire thing in one video or break it down to smaller videos, because I know I've been playing this for like a good couple of hours. Yeah, it's a game with a pretty good amount of content in it. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Pretty fun game. Pretty interesting story. Started pick. I called it in the beginning. I was like, you know what? I have a feeling the train itself or the conductor is the one that hurt Sonic, and I was right from the very beginning. I was like, when the train just sped up and then Sonic was knocked out and stuff, I'm like, that makes zero sense. That the train suddenly crashed unless the train conductor or the train itself was in on it. So that's why I was already like suspicious of that, because I was like, that makes zero sense for the train to be crashing like that. But And then SBO. I was like, but I saw the dart. I instantly thought, well, it was SBO. Who else uses darts around here? So yeah, SBO was the quote-unquote murderer of Sonic, but the train was the true villain in the end. Or Train only wanted to save the conductor, but Train gotta realize that, you know, you can't stay with all of your friends forever. Sometimes you split paths. It sucks, but that's part of life, and you gotta move on. But it is crazy that Eggman did own, basically, see, that's where Eggman gets all his money from. Because, like, he controls so much tech in the world and uses it, and then all those lotteries and, the casinos and stuff. And everybody's just cool with it, which is just crazy, because you would think somebody that is literally trying to take over the world and destroy everybody, you wouldn't use their tech. But apparently people used it. But that's crazy that in this game that people actually finally decided, like, oh, why don't I not use his tech and let's overrun the train stations and make someone else run it. Eggman, 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 Eggman. Bum, 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 dun, dun, dun. Trying to think if there's anything else I have to say about this. Bum 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 bum. And then it's funny how the main characters kinda looks like the custom character from Sonic Forces. There we go. I was trying to think of the name. Dun, dun, dun. Say thank you for letting us make this game, and thank you for playing. Happy April Fool's Day, observed, Sega. Thank you for staying until the end of the video, and remember, if you want to join the Legend Coot family, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and comment below. Alright, until next time, remember to be a legend, and have a great day.